Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Philbert Flies. Welcome to this first Twitch look at the CRJ 900 by Aerosoft, which was released day before yesterday, was it? Yeah, today we are flying Air Canada Jazz. You got to get all this on mute, game. I know. I used to be really good at it, but yeah, my skills are decaying, I think, as time goes on. Yeah, so we're flying Air Canada Jazz Flight 712 down from Vancouver to Jenny's land. So we're flying down to Denver today. It's about a 2-hour flight, something like that. And as you can see, the weather in Vancouver is absolutely horrible in the sim. Far worse in the sim than the meta would lead you to believe. In fact, I think North American weather tends to be less reliable than European weather. Don't know why. But anyway, we'll deal with it. It is a lovely livery, isn't it? Old age is coming. It is. The land of the free and the land of Jenny. So good morning to everyone who is here already. Jenny, obviously. Melon, Pete. Twirls, who is opening, who is on Copenhagen Approach again. Commitment to the cause, that is, I tell you. Simon, good morning. Ribbon. Pete, I think I've said you already, haven't I? You see, it's not just remembering to unmute, it's remembering things that happened 5 seconds ago. It's really worrying, to be honest. Teriyaki, hello to you as well. And Jet Magic, welcome, welcome. I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. 5 hours yesterday wasn't enough. How's your internet? Is it more reliable today? Does it appear to have actually been fixed? Anyway, I have started us today in the turnaround state rather than the cold and dark state. So what we're going to do is whiz through the originating flows and checks, and hopefully get up in the air slightly quicker than we did yesterday, but you never know, you never know. So, up to the overhead panel. Does it all look okay? Yes, that looks good. We don't need to do the FireX detection monitor test. We don't need to do that because it's not the first flight of the day. Well, it might be, but let's say it isn't. You had those 4 to 5 hiccups last night, but since then there hasn't been anything. Do you know, I had that when my internet went down. They came around to fix it, and for the first day it was awful, and then it just kind of sorted itself out. I don't know how these things work. It's very weird. We should have our nav and logo lights on, but we don't, so let's turn those on now. Fuel panel. Boost pumps should be showing inoperative, and they are. Everything else is dark. Bleed air should be normal, auto, closed, and both engines. We'll start the APU in a little while. Ignition panel is dark. Hydraulic panel, we'll do the hydraulic test. So, 1, 3B, and 2 should go to on. We'll have a look at the hydraulic synoptic page. And that is all green. And now we'll turn all of these on and auto. Aft cargo conditioning on as well. Windshield heat left and right should both go to low. Down here. And the rest of the lights, well, we don't need the dome light really at the moment. Oh, we will, do we? Let's leave it on for now. Someone remind me to turn it off before takeoff, won't you? Landing lights should be off. Recognition taxi lights should be off. ELT should be set to arm and reset. Passenger oxygen dark and closed. No smoking is now on. And seatbelts are now on. And we'll arm the emergency lights. We'll do the stall test. Looking good. We'll check the clocks. Well, 1607 Zulu. Looks good. Now, our ETD is 1640 Zulu, I believe. So we've got a bit of time to play around with. No desperate rush. Oh no, it's 1645 in fact, 8:45 local. You're not my first officer. True, but you're probably about as much, well, if not slightly more use than he is. Standby instruments. They look fine. We may as well set the local pressure. And actually, I guess we might as well also set it to inches of mercury rather than what's it called? 2994 is the local pressure, and that matches. Ooh, can't find my window. What's going on? Bingo! Good day, welcome, and thank you very much for the resub. 2 months at Tier 1. Thank you very much indeed. Not only a Club Filbert Silver member, but also a Club Filbert Ruby member. Much appreciated. You'll have online class in 4 minutes, so by our Treasury, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. See you soon. See you soon. Good luck with your online classes. Hope they're not too tedious. Right, where are we up to? We'll check the oxygen pressure. Should be 1850, and it is 1850. Anti-skid test. Put our chocks in. We'll release the... Oh, it doesn't want to release. I think that's because it shows parking brake on when the chocks are in as well. Right, parking brake released. And we'll turn the anti-skid switch to off. And we'll check that we have 2 anti-skid messages inboard and outboard up here. We do. And we'll set the parking brake again. And we'll turn the anti-skid back to arm. Main landing gear bay overheat. Yeah, that's working. And that's working. Good. Test the lamps 1 and 2. All looking good. Good job we haven't blown a bulb. Ooh. IND lights looking good. Indicator lights looking good. And down to 2. Also all looking very, very nice. You've learned that from the apartment you're going to rent in Copenhagen, you'll be able to listen to the Copenhagen frequencies if you get yourself a scanner. Oh, fantastic! Very good preparation, Trolls. Very good preparation. And quite good fun. Funny you mentioned the weather. Every flight you've done so far in the CRJ has been bucketing down. Has it? Yeah. Yeah, we were quite lucky yesterday overall, I think. So yeah, yesterday the live weather was slightly worse than it is in the real world, particularly at Munich. Today, sorry, slightly better. Today it seems quite the opposite. Pitch and roll disconnect knobs are stowed. Spoilers and ground dump, ground lift dumping is set to auto. Thrust reversers should be armed now. And they should come up as armed on the right MFD. They're not. Fans are normal. IRSs should be set to nav, and they are. Lighting panel is it's as I like it, really. Looks looking lovely in the cockpit, and that's the main thing. Your tamper switches will engage. Source select panel should all be set to normal, and it is. And the cargo FireX panel should be dark, which it is. Awesome. So we can have a quick whiz through the checklist for the originating checklist, and we'll just check that we've done everything, haven't missed anything off. Nose wheel steering's off. Yeah. Yep. All looking good. All looking good. You're the first one who joined the meeting, Rice Ninja. It's all right, isn't it? Shows you're keen. Down the J's for flight plans with the AIG thing so slow. Oh, so I haven't tried AIG and MSFS yet because I fly on VATSIM and I don't tend to use live traffic. But in P3D, it was an absolute ball ache to get working, but well worth the effort. Well worth the effort. I think a lot of people are having success in MSFS as well, which is good. Cool. Right, let's get our FMS set up. Now I have updated, you will notice, the AIRAC cycle. Remember that at about 20 to 10, just before I started the stream, which is slightly late, but better late than never. So we are at Vancouver CYVR. And we'll copy our GNSS 1 position into the set position field. Go over to the flight plan page and we'll start getting that sorted. CYVR to KDEN. And our flight number today is JZA712. Lego Men 2009, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. And we'll execute that. And now we're going to look at our departure. So we're going to be taking off from 8 right today. Oh, that's the plan. Anyway, what's the 110 at 7? Yeah, 8 right will do us nicely. And I thought we might do the Stanley 4 departure. It's one of these straight ahead and then turn right and await vectors sort of departures. So yeah, may as well. Back to the flight plan page, and we can continue working through our route. Right, Stanley 4 to vectors, that is correct. And then, if I can find my blooming flight plan, there it is. From Stanley 4, we are going to go to Ha. Yeah, that's where we're going. HUH. And from Ha, we're going direct to Cruiser. CRUZR. And from Cruiser, we're going to Wedak. And then we're going to Tofu. Very well, no airways, in fact. No airways in this at all, which is odd. But there we go. So, back to the departure and arrival page. And we're looking at the flat Flatty 3 arrival into Denver. And I just have to get my Navigraph up to remind myself of what transition, etc., and what runway we're using. 16 right is what was planned. Let's just check the weather. 100 at 6 knots. Don't know. We'll choose 16 right for now. We can always change it en route. We may have to. 16 right via TSHNR. Don't know what that's supposed to say. Tushna? Yeah, so as we know, our transition into the start is tofu, because that's where we're starting from, and our transition into the approach is Tushna. There it is. And we'll execute that. We'll go over to the legs page and check for any discontinuities. We'll leave that vector's leg in there and we'll go direct to ha later on. We can put tofu on top of tofu. And you never know, we might end up with ATC. But that's looking good enough for me for now. Depending on what region you're flying in, got all the main EU carriers. Oh, right, yeah. You've only downloaded North and South American Airlines. Grabbed it all about halfway down, didn't think it would take quite so. Yeah, it's slow, isn't it? It is slow. But I'm sure it'll be worth it when you get there. Cool. We'll go over to the MFD menu and get that set up as we want it. So Vnav on the left and on the right. We've got airport speed and altitude selected, which is nice. Now we'll go and do our perf stuff. In fact, we should probably also load the plane up. Haven't done that yet. Let's do that first, in fact. So, aircraft. Performance, rather. Performance. And I don't bother adding passengers and cargo individually. I just plonk in the 0 fuel weight from my flight plan and the fuel. And that is good enough. Because I think the chances of SimBrief's calculations for passenger weight and the planes being identical are probably quite slim. So 31046 for the 0 fuel weight. And we want 5,622 kilograms of fuel. So we'll set the payload in the sim. And we'll copy the perf init data to the FMS. I don't see any reason not to do that now. So fuel management page first off. That's got our correct fuel in. And performance mode is predicted, which is good. Perf menu. And then perf init. And in here we'll put our cruising altitude, which is flight level 350. And we've got our fuel and cargo and everything in here. So we'll execute that. Next page we'll put in our ice deviation, which is 0. That's good. And our average wind component, which is plus 77. It's quite significant, isn't it? 77 knots of tailwind. Very nice. Very nice. And then over here we'll enter our reserves and taxi fuel. Reserves are 810 kilograms. Taxi fuel is... probably should have taken a little bit more actually as we're going into Denver. Never mind. 227. It'd be fine, I'm sure. We'll go into Vnav Setup now. And that's correct. Transition altitude is 18,000 in Canada as well as the US, right? Just check the chart. Sure it is. Yes, it is. Yep. Next page. And we'll be cruising at Mach 0.77. And for descent, we're going to be using Mach 0.77 and then 320 knots on conversion. Execute that. We will be flying quite soon, for people who just aren't that interested in watching me set it up. Global Flyer 2017, thank you very much for the sub over on YouTube. Much appreciated. in the unlikely event you're watching this. Well, either way, it's appreciated, but I don't suppose you're here. Good. We'll get our takeoff speeds now from the EFB. 148, 148, 158. We'll set those. They should come up down here, and they have. And we'll set our stab trim from the performance page as well, 7.2 units. And we are on 7.5 now. 7.2 set now. We'll set our heading bug to the runway heading, which I can't remember. 8 right is a 083. 083. Adelf10, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. What did I say it was? 083. And we're going to be going into heading select mode after takeoff and making that right turn. Altimeters are set. And we're going to be climbing straight up to flight level 350, so we'll set that now as well. I tell you what, when you've got weather like this, it's quite bleak at the airport, but it does make you excited about getting above the cloud and seeing the sun. Landing elevation we need to set in this to our departure airport elevation. It's only 9, so we'll leave it at 0 because it's either 0 or 20. Nav radios, are they set to auto? Yes, they are. We'll have the before start checklist, I think. So, passenger signs are on, landing elevation set, altimeters are set to 290904, and we are showing a few feet above ground level. Above sea level, rather. 0 feet above ground level, I hope. FMS has been checked and set. IRSs are aligned in... oh, sorry, Jenny. Yes, point. Point. Forgot where I was. It's nice to see some Southwest planes roaming about proper airports. Yeah, so I wonder how they've done this where everyone else has failed to actually get the right planes in the right place. It's quite impressive, isn't it? It's quite impressive. Takeoff briefing. I'll give you a quick takeoff briefing. What we're going to do is we're going to go really, really fast down the runway, and then we're going to pull back on the stick, which will make the nose point upwards, and then the plane will go in the sky. Yeah. You know what I meant, Charles. Right, let's get ready for our departure. It's going to be a slightly early departure, 20 minutes early. Who'd have thought? I honestly thought we'd be spending a lot longer than that. But never mind. We'll close the door. We will start the APU. Just in the nick of time. Power fuel on. And we'll wait for the APU in byte to disappear. There it goes. And start stop. And while we're up here, we'll get the beacon on. And we'll get the old pushback tug ready to go.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Yeah, exactly, Trills. Exactly that. I mean, it happens. The cockpit yesterday, I tell you, when I was doing my practice flight, was well above 0 feet AGL during pushback, Jenny. And that was because I'd forgotten to remove chocks. Alright, let's monitor the old APU, by which I mean, let's have a quick look at the gauges and then go and have a listen from outside. It seems to have stopped raining at least, that's something. Yeah, so the thing is...
The bypass pin is installed, all doors and hatches closed, and all ground equipment is removed.
Okay,
Parking
thanks.
brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set, lifting the aircraft.
See, now we're about to go above 0 AGL.
Standing by for pushback.
No. Well, not a lot happened there, did it? How good does this look? I've never actually got up close and personal with this. It'd look better if the chocks weren't, but anyway. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. It does actually lock up with the nose wheel and that. Nice. Okay, so the APU is available. Should be. We'll check for the green available light. Yes. And with that done, we can get rid of the ground power cart. And we can remove the wheel chocks. Beacon, I think I already did, right? Yeah, I did. What a unit. Yeah, so these tug drivers, if they're there already, they tend to do. If you're there already, they tend to do a good job. if you actually arrive somewhere and then want pushback, absolutely hopeless. Yeah, that would be good. I feel like I haven't done something. I haven't turned my flight director on. Do that. What else haven't I done? Anyone? Oh, it's the the GPU guy. Is got to be the same one from Munich yesterday, right? Really just causing absolute chaos everywhere he goes. I think that's it. Let's do our cleared to start checklist. Do you know what? I haven't checked if anyone's flying along today. Is anyone flying along? Simon, are you with us, or are you still broken from yesterday? No, it's just me. All by myself. Shocking. It's fine. Absolutely fine. APUs on, devices are off, electrics have been checked. Oh, they haven't actually. Let's just do that quickly. Make sure we got power. Yeah, APU Gen is doing wonderful work. Powering everything up nicely. Doors are closed and locked. Takeoff data set. Beacon is on. Fuel pumps are not yet on. And this is why we do checklists. Now they are. Hydraulic pumps are on an auto. Yep. Parking brake should be set. Harry! Harry! Another month of Tier 3. I love you two very much indeed. And welcome, boss. Nice to see you. How are you? Thanks very, very much indeed. I tell you what, Club Filbert Emerald is epic. Absolutely epic. Well worth every cent. Nah, it's really nice of you. Thank you. And Collaborative Rocker, thank you very much for the follow. Nice to have you here. Right. Done. Nose wheel steering should be off for the pushback. And yes, it is. So we are good to go, I think. Let me just double check if there's anyone around us. I don't really fancy talking on Unicom just to myself. There's not a single other plane at the airport, so I think we'll just get pushed back, and it's a bit of a tricky pushback today. My plan is to do a little bit of what Trolls suggested we do yesterday and push all the way back up to this taxiway. I was looking at the lines on Flight Radar 24. That appears to be the only way to do it, that I can see anyway. So let me get my charts ready, and then I'll know where I'm going. Can I make a video on how to... I've done a video on how to do everything in this plane, Adelpha. I'll send you a link if I get a sec. I'll send you a link now before I forget. There you go. That is how you fly the plane, how you use the FMS and everything. Nobody wants to fly in North America, apparently. Just to let you know, we're all counting on you. FA and the lack of standard phraseology scares you. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not comfortable with it. On that note, be right back. What you doing, Harry? Where you going, boss? You trust your EASA a little more. Yeah, I do as well. At least we have one transition. That is true. That is the one thing. That is the one thing that you do better in North America. One transition altitude is logical, really, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I'm just not as used to it. I wouldn't care to say which is better. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we were going to push back from the gate, and I was trying to work out where the hell we're going during the pushback. That's what was going. So, where are we? We're there. So yeah, we've got to go all the way around the airport, haven't we? There's no shortcut. Okay, so we're going to push back out and then face north. Let's do it. This is going to be a long, slow pushback, but
Cockpit to ground.
hopefully expertly
Go
done.
ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Yeah, I agree,
Okay,
Trolls. I
cleared for
agree.
push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will
I'll
start
wait.
in the
I'll wait to
sequence.
start the engines till I finish driving the pushback tug. Hello. Why is the sim frozen? Thank you. Boss, good morning. Good morning, boss. How are you doing? Problem is that as a variable QNH means you probably couldn't use 8,000 feet up to flight level 100, which would suck. That's true. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about that. But the thing is, if it the US has mountains and valleys and different altitudes, right? And they manage it, so I don't know why we can't in Europe, to be honest. Is it? Oh yeah, of course. It's afternoon for you already, isn't it? Yeah, very well, thank you. Very well. Looking forward to getting the old CRJ 900 in the sky again. It's been quite a long setup, as usual. Although quicker than yesterday. What's the latest in Dubai, boss? It is 18,000 both ways, yeah. Should we ever go at starting an engine? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So we'll start engine 2. Or the right engine. We'll wait for that to get up to 20%. We'll do a little bit of steering at the same time, hopefully. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I think the argument is that you can't have a universal transition level / altitude because of the variation in land height. But that doesn't hold water when you look at what goes on in the US. 20% plus. So move that forward to idle. It's days like this when it's like, God knows what time in Canada, 1 in the morning or something, there's no one about, that I'm glad for static aircraft. Just noticed Volantis saying we've got 410 hours until descent. Engine 2 sounding pretty stable, and it is, so we'll start engine 1. I do love the sounds in this one. 12%, looking for 20. There it is. And you know what, we may as well push straight back, I think, rather than trying to do another corner. Basically, we want to go up here, to the left of the screen. I guess they somehow make it work, but it'd be dangerous if you have low pressure from someone supposedly at 17,000 feet and someone supposedly at 0. Yeah. But then I guess there's always that crossover, right? If you've got a transition level of, say, flight level 80, you wouldn't have someone cruising at, you know, flying along 7,000, would you? I don't know. I think you need to have ATC knowledge that I don't have to fully understand this, but the way I see it, whatever your transition level, there's going to be some airspace that you can't use, or am I wrong? Well, I tell you what, if I do say so myself, this is probably my finest moment of pushback tug driving and engine starting that I've ever had. That's why you have a transitional area in EASA where you can't cruise at all. Ah, I see. Okay. Flight level 6.5 down to 5,000 feet. Yeah. Ah, okay. So it is a similar thing. Although I guess the higher the transition level, the more airspace you've blocked out in it, or the more useful airspace you've blocked out. Thank you, Melon. Thank you for your sincerity, I suppose. It is a very pretty push, thank you. Yeah. Better than either of yesterday's. Also the longest push I've ever done. I guess, you know, call me overly bold, but I can't see why we shouldn't switch the APU off while we're up here. While we're still being pushed back. Less to do once we stop. 660. Got a little bit overly cocky there, and we're no longer on the line. But, you know, close enough. And we'll stop it here.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine
And
start.
once he's
Clear to
disconnected, we'll
disconnect.
finish
See
up
you at the side. Have a
with
good
the
flight.
after start gubbins.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
So we can turn on our probes. We're not going to bother with anti-ice because it's 12 degrees on the ground. I only know for a fact that that in the Airbus you don't turn it on unless it's less than 10 degrees, but we'll see what happens. We'll turn the probe heat on. Anti-ice flaps we'll set to 8. And arm the nose wheel steering. Of course, the beauty of YouTube over Twitch is that you can't see. On YouTube it kind of sounds like I know what I'm doing, whereas it's very clear when the camera's on me that I'm glancing down at my notes all the time. Anyway, flight control synoptic page now for our flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, and rudder with cat on lap, full left, full right, and neutral. Back to the stat page, but before we do that, actually we'll have a quick check of the electrical pages. So AC looks good, lots of green there, and DC also looks good, loads and loads of green. Good. Taxi light on, and we can get underway. Now, this is where I may well end up getting lost, because it's quite a long taxi. And it would help, of course, if I looked at the taxi chart for Vancouver rather than Denver while we do it. I think we'll go out onto Mike. Yeah. We'll suck it and see. No, let's not. Let's forget yesterday. The tug's a bit high, bit big and high for the CRJ. It is. It is. But I tell you one thing, you can't do that kind of push easily in with GSX, can you? It is weird though, seeing the being eye to eye with the tug driver at the same time. No, I'm not sure either. You can with better push. In fact, you can with GSX. Thinking about it, you can do the quick edit pushback, although it's really, really clunky compared with better pushback. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm still desperate to get GSX or better pushback from this sim, but there are benefits to driving the tug yourself. Yeah, me too. Tug driver just stares you in the eye, making things awkward, yeah. It's a good way to meet people, though, I guess. Do you know, I'm ever so sorry, this is such a long taxi. I think I need to go to the toilet before takeoff. I'm just going to leave it here a second. And I'll be back. I know, not very professional, and I'm sorry for killing your immersion. But you know, it's so far. I thought I'd leave it till we're in the air, but nah. We're not talking Innsbruck here, you know. Yeah. So have I named the tug driver? I haven't named the tug driver, no. But next time we get to see his face, I think we should. You're right. Penalty. Yes, we'll make a left here and then cut across onto Mike. Although you have heard a story from a real-life pilot where it basically happened after landing. Really? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know you weren't allowed to taxi with just one pilot in the cockpit. So if one of them needs the loo, they just have to stop the plane where it is and go. Yeah, that is poor planning. That is poor planning. Good opportunity to see a little bit of VATSIM Studios Vancouver while we're taxiing around. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. In fact, I'd probably go further than that. I'd say it's very nice. Oh, fair enough, Trolls, fair enough. Caffel, good morning, how are you? Now, I don't know if anyone else has found this, but for me, the CRJ seems to need a lot more power to taxi when it's wet than when it's dry. I don't know why that is. I would have expected it to be the opposite, unless you're ploughing through standing water or something. But yeah, I'm really struggling to get it going. So where are we going next after Mike? Don't know, the charts are a bit rubbish. Left on Juliet, right on Lima maybe? Yeah, sounds good. You have to go shopping today. What, food shopping or Christmas shopping or what? I mean, whatever it is, shopping sucks, so I feel for you. So Michael was saying that unless you're in a hurry, because ATC tell you to hurry up, you should be taxiing at about 10 knots, which is what we're doing at the moment. Food, and you're working this weekend. Oh, careful. Sad times in your house. Oh my god! Oh my god, Melon! I'm amazed, but that is grim. That is really grim. I think I know the guy. You mean 74 something? He calls himself, doesn't he? Yeah, I've heard that as well, Trolls. I've heard that as well. But Michael was saying they taxi at 10 throughout. You need to fly a CRJ 900. You only flew the 700 like 3 times. Did you? Well, I have to say, Kaffel, if you weren't that much of a fan of the 700, the 900 feels pretty much identical. This is the first leg for today, Leia. Welcome. It's also the only leg for today, I'm afraid. because it's a 2-hour flight, and I've got real world stuff that I need to be getting on with, sadly. But yes, you've come at a good time. We are sort of halfway through an epic taxi around Vancouver Airport. It's a shame it's a paid update, purely cosmetic stuff. It's very cheap though. I think €20 for two new planes is pretty good, if I'm honest. That's my view. I'm also not 100% convinced that it is purely cosmetic. Why did no one tell me to turn the dome light off? Ooh. Because as Jenny said, you're not my co-pilots. I guess. Longest taxi you've done was at Narita. Had to go quite literally from one side of the airport to the other. It's like 20 minutes or something. Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind a long taxi once in a while, if it's an airport I don't fly to very often. Also, I really like taxiing the CRJ. I know that's weird, but it feels really good. Oh dear. Alright, we'll go right. I thought the taxiway was just ending. Yeah. You had already told me that, Jenny. You had already told me that. And I listen, you see. Sometimes I listen. Have I had the issue with the autopilot where it pitches sharply up when you engage it? I did in the early days. But I haven't for a very long time. I kind of assumed they'd fixed it with one of their patches. Yeah, that is very cheap, yeah. Yeah, so I think it's good value. Obviously, we all wish that there were a few more bug fixes included. But the way I look at it is it's a lot of fun to fly. It's not perfect, but I liked the 700, so for me it would have been worth the £16 or whatever it was to get the 900 and 1000. Oh yes, they did like an initial launch price, didn't they? Ooh, there's another plane! Did not see him on Volanta. It's exciting. Let's have another look at Volanta. He's also going to Denver in a CRJ 900. Nice! But he's not on Volanta, so I don't know who he is. But if you're watching, hello! It is nice to fly something else, yeah, yeah. Still does it for you with the 700. In select speed and nav, the FD is showing a realistic pitch, but the aircraft still pitches too much. Ooh, no, I haven't had that. Have you contacted support about it? Because I don't think that's a known issue. Vancouver traffic, Jazz 712 crossing runway 1331. Yes, early adopter. Will there be a taxiway incident? I don't think so because I've got my track IR working. I'm looking right. This approach path is definitely clear of traffic. Not that we'd necessarily see it in this fog, but yes, it's going to be fun. One and only taxiway incident. There he goes. Nice. Now, from a distance, I think he was showing up as a Lufthansa livery. What call sign is CLH? Anyone know? He's a CLH 166. Oh, you have found people with the same problem. Okay. Might be a hardware issue. Yeah. I hope you get to the bottom of it. Oh, let's do an intersection takeoff. I can't be bothered taxiing all the way to the end. It's a long old runway. So as you'll have noticed, what I like to do is taxi at 10 on the straight and then 15 around corners. Oh dear. Did I calculate that? No, but when you've got a natural affinity for flying like I have, Trolls, you don't need a calculator, you don't need figures. All you really need is a feel and a sense. The 1000 is interesting to taxi because it feels so damn long. Yeah, I'm going to fly it. Sorry, Kaffel, I missed that. I'm going to fly it probably next week. Probably next week. If I have time to stream, that's what I'll fly, I think. That's a Lufthansa flight, not how sure I got CRJ to Denver from Germany. But Lufthansa's DLH, isn't it? Oh, maybe it's Lufthansa City Line. Is that what it is? Let's just stop here and do our takeoff checks, etc. Yeah, that's what Matthew was saying yesterday, that 900 is longer than the 319. Crazy, isn't it? Oh, don't worry, Simon, don't worry. Yeah. You have a CRJ 9 out of EKCH as well. Where's he off to? Munich? Somewhere else. Right. Let us have a quick look at the before takeoff checklist. Should probably do the taxi checklist as well. Flaps are definitely 8, aren't they? Yes, they are. Thrust reversers are definitely armed. Yes, they are. Flight instruments check. Brake temperatures fine. Before takeoff checklist. So, lights and strobes, fuel, cross flow. Can come off. Strobes could come on. Oh, they're still on when I cross the runway. How is my nav light not on? So that was one of the first thing I did. But anyway, whatevs, that's fine. We'll turn the landing lights on now because it's not that we're going to be getting takeoff clearance. And I know, there's always someone. There's always someone. I don't know why you wouldn't fly it, but considering it comes with an Air Canada Jazz livery, I don't know why you wouldn't fly it. Anyway, it's not for me to say. Right, transponder is set to 1. TCAS we should have on as well by default. We do. Weather radar doesn't work at the moment, we don't think, so we won't worry too much about that. But we'll turn the switch to weather anyway, because why not? And I'm just going to have a quick look at our flight plan again. Yes, so we're doing that. Turning right 145. And Bob's your uncle, basically. Vancouver traffic, Jazz 712, lining up runway 08 right, taking off and departing to the southeast. That's it, you're flying an EasyJet from Chicago to Miami just for him. Because he's flying to Frank. Yeah, it could be a delivery flight actually. It could be a delivery flight. Yes. Well, I tell you what. The number of times I've seen Ryanair A340s in X-Plane. I'm sure an EasyJet 74 is not far off. If it doesn't, it probably does exist already, actually. Yeah. Right, should we go? Everybody ready? We've got our heading set, haven't we? We'll press the toga button. I'm sort of feeling casual, like I know what I'm doing today, which is definitely going to lead to absolute disaster at any time now, but see what happens. Toga! .80 knots. Release the back pressure. Oh, it's exciting. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. That nose up. And we can go into autopilot, engage that, and we'll put heading and speed. And we'll wait for 1,000 feet, and then we'll turn right heading 145. Increase the speed actually to 200 for now. Flaps can go to 1. And there's 1,000 feet, we're turning right 145. Let me double check that on the chart, doesn't feel quite right. It is right, should trust myself. Flaps up. We can turn the cross-flow auto override back to auto. We can disarm our thrust reversers, and at some point we'll give ourselves a vector to ha. Like now, I guess. No reason not to, eh? Direct intercept, ha. No, it's the wrong one. Good job there's an execute button, it doesn't do it automatically. Ha. Oh no, I'm back in the legs page. What's going on? Ha. Execute. Nav. And we'll increase our speed now up to 250 knots. There we go! What a machine! Quite good, isn't it? Quite a nice little departure. Good morning, boss. How are you? Local time is about 8:45. It's so gross. I can live with doing fake circuits that don't exist for some companies, but Ryanair are literally famous for only having one plane. Yeah, I know. I know. So the 1000 is longer than the A320. Did not know that. Yeah, very well, thank you, Scott, very well. What was my takeoff weight? I can tell you that. It was 36,441 kilograms. We got this weird zero thing, but we are going to ha. So that's fun. We should sync our heading, really, shouldn't we? We'll keep an eye on that, make sure it's okay. I think it probably is. Harrison, welcome back. Where did you go? We were all very intrigued. Well, I was anyway. Vnav climb we want to do at 290 knots, which we can do. Now we're above 10,000 feet, but we'll turn the landing lights off and the recognition taxi lights off. And we can probably turn the seat. Well, we'll wait till we're out of the cloud in case it gets a bit bumpy. Yep. 290 knots. There we go. Okay, it really wanted us to intercept this route even though I told it to go direct. Whatever, this is fine. Oh, look at that! Ooh, flickery clouds, haven't had that for a while. Still worth a screenshot. FSIM Studios, Harry, FSIM Studios, it's the better one overall, I'm convinced. Oh, to dinner! Ah, right. Just don't forget the seatbelt sign because you have to pee. I won't, Charles, don't you worry. Well, I might, but I'll try not to. So I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed the intro tracks today, so we're going to have them again, quieter in the background. And then I'll be taking genre or era requests for the music for the rest of the flight. When should you turn off the seatbelt sign? Not when you reach cruise altitude. No, generally above 10,000 if the weather's fine and it's nice and smooth. I'm just leaving them on a little bit longer in case these clouds get turbulent. Oh, isn't that spectacular? Oh, is there icing? Oh, there is icing, you're right. Let's put a bit of anti-ice on, cowl anti-ice to be on the safe side, eh? I didn't know that was a thing, that was an effect. They are, aren't they? They are. I'm definitely having an I love MSFS moment. It's nice to have those interspersed with the I wish I was in P3D moments. Oh, I tell you what else we could do. We could turn the windshield heat up to high if we've got wiper icing. I don't know if that might help. What does it look like from the outside? Yeah, just a little bit of ice. The windows are clear. The wings are clear. I think it's fine. Oh, standard pressure, boss. Yes. Yes, thank you, boss. Would have been an absolute nightmare. 299 and 2 set. How does the track IR thing? Yes, so it does. This is an additional thing that I've got. This is called a Delan clip. If you buy track IR, it comes by default with a thing that you clip onto the peak of a baseball cap or something, and it's got little silver bits that reflect the light back from the track IR camera. It means you have to wear a hat when you fly. I don't like wearing a hat when I fly. And it's also, if it's very bright, it doesn't work that well. So this is a Delan clip. All it is a little thing with 3 red LEDs in it, which for some reason look kind of purple on stream. I don't know why that is. And yeah, so I've got a little bit of Velcro stuff here, and I just push it on when I want to use it. So yeah, that's how it works. The anti-ice wasn't working for you the other day. Oh, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I remember you saying actually. Yeah. I think, to be honest, I've still got icing set to visual only, largely because of the massive effect icing used to have on this plane, so it shouldn't make too much of a difference. I tell you what though, the anti-icing definitely slows down your climb rate. Definitely does, so we're going to be taking a little while getting up to 350. That or Australia was unseasonably frosty. It is a cool setup, and the best bit about it is that it makes you... Jenny! Thank you very, very much indeed.
Just a couple bits for coming back to the US.
Thanks, Jenny. That's very kind of you. Yeah, the best thing about it, as I was saying, they are infrared LED. One of the things I was saying... gold. Oh yeah, no, the best thing about it is that it makes you look really cool when you put it on as well. Ah, okay. We've got some Gucci one. Yeah, I think that so that you can buy a Pro Clip, but mine certainly didn't come with one. Alright, it seems pretty smooth. Let's let Twirls go for a wee. Oh no, it's started to get turbulent. Yeah, it's pretty bumpy. Twirls, you're going to have to hold it in a little bit longer, I'm afraid. You wait, Scott. I'm wearing it out tonight. You should have gone before you got on the plane, boss. I could say the same about myself. Above 380 is cloud free. Ice Chin, we're only going up to 350. Honestly, MSFS and its high altitude clouds. Don't know if we'll make it up to 380. Might have to try though if it's like this the whole thing. Sorry, Twells. Evening, Nempiland, welcome, how are you? It is a little bit hypocritical, it's true. Yeah, I mean, I did say I could say the same about myself. Oh, we're descending now. Oh. Oh, this is going remarkably well. I think I'm going to have to turn off the anti-ice to give us a bit more oomph. Should be okay. Oh, not the Pro P. Christ, no. Wrong one. Yeah. Alright, we're back on the climb again. Sorry, Mel. Hopefully when we get a bit of altitude it'll smooth out. How many bathrooms do these have? Toilet. Ooh-wee. No. I mean, Air Canada's quite a good airline, but Jazz, don't know. I wonder if we can have a little look around the cabin if I use my track IR. Should be able to. I reckon there's two. I reckon there's one on the left here, one on the right. There might even be one at the front. It's a bit foggy in the cabin though, isn't it? Oh, it's cleared up now. I don't know why they don't have a default camera that lets you walk around the cabin. It would be much nicer. Passenger moment, yeah. What's the difference between twilight and toilet? Twilight is a time of day just around sunrise and sunset. Toilet is where you go for a wee or a poo. There's two lavatories. Oh, okay, one in the front, one in the back. Oh, there you are. You're all right. You're all right. External temps should be fine enough to not need the anti-ice now, anyway. I have my doubts about that, to be honest. But I know that I've got it set to visual icing only, so it shouldn't affect our performance. SAT minus 45. T18 minus 17. Now I think these are icing conditions, probably. Let me have a look at my icing bookmark that I've saved. We're going to have a few more tracks from the Appalachian Trail because I'm quite enjoying this Hunter Quinn guide, but do let me know if you're not enjoying it. We can switch it over. Oops. Don't load it up in the same browser tab as the music. If you want the music to play, that's the lesson we've learned there. So icing conditions when the outside air temperature on the ground or when the total air temperature in flight is at or below 10 degrees and visible moisture in any form is present. So when the SAT is below minus 40, then there's no longer a risk of developing ice. So the SAT is now below minus 40, so yeah, we should be fine. Should be fine. I'm just going to switch over to Mach and bring our target Mach down to 0.77. Possibly even a little bit lower, to keep that climb going, if need be. You'll be back when you're in house. Okay. I haven't set... Boss, I've set the settings to no immersion killing when the plane breaks. Right, you're never getting out of your seat at this rate. What do I use to find music? Epidemic Sounds. But it's all, so you're not, basically you're not allowed to stream any copyrighted music, so Epidemic Sounds provides a library of music that you've never heard of, a lot of which is quite good to be fair. I know a lot of people do and get away with it, but I think one day Twitch is going to crack down on it, so I don't risk it. But yeah, do have a little look. I wouldn't like to name any names, Scott, but I would say most streamers, in fact, probably quite sensibly just play whatever the hell they like and get away for as long as they get away with it, which is fine. But fundamentally, I'm a good boy. I don't like to do naughty things. So interesting, the aircraft has decided that rather than stopping at flight level 350, we should go to flight level 352? Zach, good morning, good evening to you rather. How are you? Welcome. Christ, Zach, I've just noticed you too have renewed your tier 3 sub for 2 months. Thank you very much. Been a busy week, yeah, mine too. Mine too. Far too much work, not enough flying. But yeah, I'm well, thank you. I'm well. I'm second day into my 7 days off, which is much nicer. Right, I'm going to turn off the seatbelt sign. It seems okay for now. You may use the bathrooms. Oh, did he gift it? Didn't even know. He gifted it when I was offline, presumably, did he? Harry, thank you twice, boss. It is a bit choppy though, so just hold on to the seat backs as you go there. Your settings reset because of driver. Yeah, Nvidia does that. You can turn it off. You can turn it off, but I can't remember how off the top of my head. Should we go a bit higher? Can we go a bit higher? I think we can. Let's go up to 370. Back into speed. Back into climb. Yeah, it is really annoying. I know. You can handle it. Good. Flight level 390 is wobble free, is it? Are you the Lufthansa CRJ ice ship? Who's ahead of us, by chance? See, I've tried to get these things. I've tried to get the 700 up to 390 and it doesn't like it. Ah, right. Oh, welcome to the channel. Thanks for flying along. And we'll say nothing of your choice. Full sign is Hansa line. It's the city line from Lufthansa. Right, okay, I'm with you. Yeah, initially I thought, well, DLH is Lufthansa, what's CLH? And yeah, and then I realised it must be Lufthansa city line. How are you finding the 900? You can't get your hands off the 900 1000. You think they're better than the 700? Oh, really? Good. I see. It's so long since I've flown the 700 that I can't really say for sure if I've noticed a difference or not. I mean, I haven't noticed one, but there may well be. Copycat7, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the follow. And Thwacky, I missed you as well. Thank you for the follow. And Collaborative Rocker, I don't remember welcoming you, but anyway, welcome to all of you. And yeah, thank you. Hansaline is a cool site. What does Hansa on its own actually mean? Ah, you're no clue from YouTube. Nice. I'm glad you've made it across to the dark side. Oh, talking of which, I never announced on YouTube that I was doing this. I usually do. Probably too late, but I'll do it now anyway. See if any of the YouTube lot turn up. Any more of the YouTube lot, anyway. Sad they got rid of. Yeah, I wonder why they did. Answers from the Hansa states dating back during the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, right. Well, I never. Are you thinking of Hasbro? Big heads. You're flying the 700 since release, and the performance of the 900 was much smoother. Oh, good. Oh, I'm really pleased. I have noticed how smooth it is compared with any of the other airliners I've been flying lately. By which I mean the A320X, I guess. Yeah, I'm glad you found that. And I'm glad you reminded me. Hanseatic League they were. Ah, yes! Yes! I remember reading about them when I was doing a little project on sort of maritime history. Hanseatic League. Yeah. Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, it is a nice... Yeah, it rolls off the tongue nicely. That or random to get Speech... What Speech Marines? I've never played Europa Universalis. They're Hanseatic cities in Germany, like Bremen and Hamburg. And what does that mean when they're Hanseatic cities? Are they like cities that have existed since the days of the Hanseatic League? Or is it something to do with their... I know Hamburg's a massive port city. Is Bremen as well? You flew the 900 yesterday by joining the world flight from London, Frankfurt, Moscow. Oh, nice! You like it as well, although you wouldn't spot the difference apart from the seats. Does it feel? Does the 900 and the 1000 feel different to fly to you? Ah, poor spelling of Space Marines. Okay, right, nice. Yeah, I used to play Age of Empires and sort of similar sorts. Actually, that's probably very offensive. It's probably a lot more to your own themselves than that. But yeah, maybe I should give it a go. Speech Marines is a 40k meme. That's okay. Getting a few stutters now, but I think that's most likely because of the clouds. Right, I'm going to get myself a little snack because I'm hungry. Hanseatic is now only a title. There is Hansestadt, Hamburg and Lübeck. Ah, okay. Back in a tick. Good. Well, it's not going too badly today. I think I've got my mic set so it doesn't pick up my crunching. That's good. I'll mute it to be on the safe side though. HK, boss, welcome. You have to study. Yeah, all is well, thank you. All is well. Nice to see you. Weather does seem to affect performance quite a lot, doesn't it? I hadn't noticed it until Sim Update 6, but I'm sure it's been there before that. Mini cheddars. Give it to me and I'll do what you've done 10 minutes ago. Eh? Is this a movie reference I don't get? Yeah, I sort of know what you mean, Melon, but It's kind of trademarked by Jeff Boss 2141. You see, he's got his own boss emotes, and I'd feel like I was stealing his intellectual property a little bit. Okay. And what's that got to do? What's that got to do with my snack? There it is, you see? Go and subscribe to JeffBoy2141 and you too can have his custom boss emojis. Oh, I see, HK. Bremen and Hamburg are also both states, Bundesländer, and cities at the same time for the same reason. How do you know all this, Trolls? Do you have German heritage or something? Or are you just interested in it? Yeah, could do, man. Makes sense to us. So how much longer are you in Spain for? You'll abort your journey to Denver and land in Jackson Hole. There are nice live streams on YouTube from the city. Okay, they're nice, Jit, no worries. And you have your 128th German, right? Captain Robbie, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And Robbie, thank you very, very much for the sub as well. What a unit, thank you very much. So you just followed and instantly given me a Prime sub. Are you someone from YouTube who's watched me for a while over there, or? Anyway, either way, much appreciated. Okay. So who's the one you know then? From YouTube. Nice, I will. Welcome to the dark side. Or the light side, depending on who you are. And Copycat as well, subscribing with the Prime sub. Thank you very, very much. 2 YouTube people over here, straight in with the subs. Now, everyone who's subscribed today, do make sure that you have linked your Twitch and Discord accounts, and then you'll get access to the Club Filbert members-only areas of the Discord server. Should all happen automatically. yeah, the Prime sub is really nice. It's really a really good feature. Oh, thank you, Twells. Heinrich was his name. Born in London in Germany, then Holstein in 1843. Gosh, you've done some good delving into the past of your family then. I bet, Trolls, yeah. Bet to get that far back. $50 to 80 hours trying to find out where your German middle name came from. Gosh. So your middle name is probably not from Heinrich, right? So I take it you haven't actually managed to find out still. Matthias, I don't suppose you're watching me here, but if you are, thank you very much for the subscription on YouTube. Also, oh, it was his last name. Okay. Does that work? No. Yes, it does. Yes. Do go and follow me over on subscribe to me over on YouTube if anyone here hasn't already. Half my streams at the moment are here, half are on YouTube. Don't know which way round I'm gonna fall, or if I'll keep doing both. But yeah, I stream on both platforms at the moment. You're watching me here. Yes, awesome collaborative rocker. Nice. So you are Matthias from, right? Cool. Well, welcome to both platforms. Ooh, my speed's getting a little low. You can't take your eye off this plane for a minute. Time it, hype train is close, is it? Is it? Seems unlikely. Okay. Oh, it must be the Prime subs what done it, I guess, yeah. Yeah, Twitch is still a little bit of a mystery to me. Quite fun to sort through old records, but some are quite sad. Found old war diaries from your great-grandfather during the First World War. Can't imagine how these people lived through these days. No, it's impossible to imagine. It's impossible, isn't it? We don't know how lucky we are these days. Yeah, how did you find these war diaries? Just sort of in his possessions, or were they in some kind of archive somewhere? After flying this plane on P3 and then on MSFS, you're concerned that relatively junior pilots fly this, so much to monitor. It's true, yeah, it's kind of a... It's the norm, isn't it, in America at least, that you join a regional, fly something like this, and then work your way up to what are basically much easier planes to fly. Fungus Fundo, hello and welcome. Very well, thanks, how are you? Medals and postcards, so you knew his regiment. Some of these diaries are public domain and are linked to the regiment. Oh, I see! Ah, yes, I bet they do. Miss me. Yeah. Yeah, that must have been quite an emotional time going through that. Yeah, I think the ETA is pretty accurate. Let me compare it with the... So the plane thinks we've got an hour and 35 minutes left, so about 10 past 1 Zulu. The bar at the top thinks slightly earlier than that. So yeah, I reckon you've got a good hour. Whereabouts are you again, Fungus Fundo? You're probably, Trolls, probably. It's not good enough, boss. Might get too wrapped up in your vacuuming and no, it's fine, it's fine. Nice to see you as always. And yeah, good luck with the housework. Oh, we're finally clear of clouds at this altitude, which is nice. Switzerland, all right, yeah. It still hasn't got proper bitterly cold yet in London. It's usually has by this time of year, I think. But so far, we think about 12, 13 degrees today. Oh, that is cold. That is cold. Are you in the Alps or whereabouts in Switzerland are you? ATC online anywhere actually. Is there? A little bit in Saudi Arabia and sort of Western India. Not much anywhere else. Near Zurich, nice. In Spain it's only 11 degrees, which that is a proper scam. That is not why you moved to Spain. 30 minutes northeast of Zurich, right. This is a long distance. You mostly fly in Germany, short city hopper flights. It is quite far for a CRJ, isn't it? Where's Jackson Hole in relation to here then, where you're diverting to? Yeah, I bet. See you, Trolls. It would, Robbie. Yeah, I agree. Although I have to say, I rarely remember about the VATSIM integration in the fly-by-wire, so I'm always tuning frequencies by hand anyway. But yeah, it would be a nice option to have here, for sure. Halfway between me and Denver. Oh, okay, right. Got to ask again about my opinion on the Boeing yoke. To me, it seems like you're talking about the Thrustmaster one, right? To me, it seems kind of expensive. But I haven't tried it, so I don't know. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if it's worth the money or not. So, in short, I don't really have an opinion on it. And all the blue waypoints annoying to me? Nah. Nah, it's good to know what airports are around you. Immersion careful. That's what we're going for here. And I was reliably informed that the thing to do is to have your airports on there all the time. I'm going to give a quick Club Filbert spiel because I think some of you here might not know about the awesome perks that come with being a Club Filbert subscriber. So Tier 1 subscriptions give you access to Club Filbert Ruby, which gives you obviously the usual stuff, custom emojis, members only badge next to your name, and also access to the Club Filbert channels on my Discord server. Tier 2 subscription gives you access to Club Filbert Sapphire, and you get to join us on a monthly group flight in MSFS. So we either tend to fly some GA stuff, do a bit of VFR flying, or we do airliner stuff, try and alternate roughly once a month. And then Tier 3 subs give you access to Club Filbert Emerald, which is the top tier, and in return for that you get to vote on where I'm going to fly the following week, and we also have a post-stream voice chat in the Discord after every stream. Just something to consider if you were umming and ahhing about becoming a subscriber. The real immersion is when you fly the CRJ 900 in Lufthansa livery in the US. Icegen is doing his thing, and it's absolutely fine for everyone to fly whatever the hell livery they like, wherever the hell they want to fly. You gotta go, Copycat, no worries. Thank you for coming by, and yeah, see you again soon, I hope. Your Prime sub is always for me. Thank you, Kath. I'm really enjoying this Appalachian music. I should listen to more of it. Work is done. Oh, well done, Simon. Well done for getting it bashed out. What work were you doing? Something for your seminars? Oh, do you know, Kaffel, I only knew about the free sub every month. I didn't know about the rest of it. That is good. Yeah, so is Prime... Because I don't think I have... I'm an Amazon Prime member, but I don't think I'm specifically a Prime Gaming member. Is that a bolt-on, or is that part of... Is that part of Amazon Prime? Googling it now. See what I can get. I think it's just part of Prime, right? Yeah, I think I am. So there seems to be some free games you can get as well. Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm clearly not making the most of my Prime membership, am I? The bird is getting thrown around. Yeah, she's too light. She's too light. Yeah, I was just wondering because I know there are like additional video channels and that you can get, that you can sort of pay extra for. If you already have a Prime membership, I wondered if it was similar, but no, it's all included. Helping a friend move. Oh right, okay. Ah, it's very nice of you. Yeah, I'm glad you've done something helpful with your day and made it to the stream. Best of all worlds. So many free games that you'll probably never play. Yeah, I've got the same on Steam. I've got quite a lot of demos and stuff that was temporarily free that I bought and never actually played. Harry, I'm just looking at the pictures you've sent me. I'll watch the vid later. You know, next one there should be Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Oh, really? Oh, I used to love those Need for Speed games. I had the Porsche one. Right, I'm going to keep an eye out for that. I don't have a wheel or anything, but I haven't done a racing game for ages. And I'm not big into F1, but that if it's like Porsche Unlimited or whatever it was, might give that a go. And you got Battlefield 5 for free. Did you? Oh, I must keep an eye on it then. Installed AIG Traffic last night. Wonder if you'll get Simple Traffic now. I haven't actually had a look at Simple Traffic myself, but all that Simple Traffic seems to do, and I think all it's intended to ever do, is add liveries to the default weird AI planes in MSFS. So if you've got AIG and it's working, I don't see the point, to be honest with you. No, I don't have the seatbelt sign on, no. I got too many complaints from passengers about their full bladders. It's a bit bumpy, but it's not crazy turbulent. Is there any interior change to the CRJ? No, exactly. Simple AI is, I can't remember how much it is, but it's not great. I mean, it's a bigger interior, but it's kind of the same. It's not sort of been improved at all, I don't think. At least I assume it's a bigger interior. Yes, that's right, Truduan. That's right. I should check out the new Forza Horizon. Maybe I should. But I know it'll be one of these games that I get and play once and then don't have time for again. How much is it? Who's that? Nest JVM, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's all it does, Trudy. Yeah. I don't think I've ever played a Forza game, actually. I don't think. Just going into the loop, back in a moment.
Every singer needs a song. Every bell cries out to be around. Every dog wanna wag its tail. Life ain't nothing but a pilgrim trail. Every message needs a dove. Everything grows with a drop of love. We're all hanging on to that nail. It's a rocky road, this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. Every wind longs for a sail, like every campfire needs a tale. We're on this freight train going down the rail. Together on this pilgrim's trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Where everything is up for sale. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail.
If you buy Game Pass, you can play New Forza and subscribe the month you want to play. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that is a good idea. I'll probably do that. Never quite got into it. I don't know. For like the price of a month's Game Pass sub's probably worth a go, I think. You have missed a lot. How's the CRJ treated me so far this morning? Absolutely perfectly. We had... What did we have? Was there any issues? Had a little bit of an issue climbing with the anti-ice on. A little bit of up and down, but I turned the anti-ice off and it was fine and we didn't get icing anyway, so... Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good. Min threated me fine. What do you mean, Ice Chin? Yeah, I would say probably stick with AIG. Yeah, I think that simple traffic has its place for people who just want a quick, easy install. Just spend €15, whatever it is, and you get liveries. I think it's got a place, but I think if you like realism and real world airlines in the right places, doing the right routes, then AIG is definitely the way forward. Oh, yours treated you fine. Oh, sorry. Yours treated you fine, the CRJ. Good. Are you down in Jackson Hole yet? What I would really like is a way of integrating AIG with VATSIM, so that if you've got other aircraft around on VATSIM, the planes sort of the AI planes disappear and get out the way or whatever. But I don't think you can use both. I mean, like this morning we could probably have used both because there's so few players online. Players, what am I saying? So few pilots online in North America at this time. But generally you can't have both of them, can you? Almost a top descent, right? No, I'm not using any sound pack. No, these are the default sounds, Rapsolucan. Currently at N now for your install. Nice. Nice. According to their documentation, they say it's 90% compatible with VATSIM. Yeah, but they mean the aircraft models, right? And I've got thanks to Dashstein, I've got my model matching pretty good at the moment, so I don't know if there's a benefit to installing it just for models. Don't know. Yeah, I mean, but I think as in just the models. What I want is the actual AI traffic alongside VATSIM players, but without any risk of them colliding or doing anything stupid, or me holding short for an AI plane that's on final when I'm cleared for takeoff or what have you. I could give it a go. AI traffic can see other planes and cars on the ground. It's stop and wait for cross land, etc., but it wouldn't work with VATSIM ATC. Yeah. But maybe I should get it just for the models, maybe. Oh, is a VMR creator for onflightsim.to? Is there? Oh, okay. I wonder why the other 10% isn't compatible. It's odd. Yeah. See, I still sometimes long for the olden days in P3D where I didn't fly on VATSIM and I had AIG traffic that was able to fly around and to some extent interact with Pilot to ATC. What did I used to use? Some kind of ATC add-on, anyway. Missing models. Then presumably it doesn't work as AI traffic either, right? So, when it first came out, they said that there were only a few aircraft models included. Have they added loads more? I guess they must have done. Ah, Caffrey, you answered it as I was asking. For now, there are only basic planes. The A320, 737, and 777. It is Ice Gin, it is. It's irritating. Trolls, welcome back, boss. Gosh, that was quick. That was very quick. I'm impressed. Well, you've succeeded. How often do you vacuum? I take it must be fairly frequent if you're able to do it that quickly. Oh, they mention what's missing in their documentation. Well, at some point, probably not this week or next, at some point I'll have a look at it. I think we should probably put the seatbelt sign on for a bit. It's getting slightly bumpy. Ah, right, fair, Trolls, fair. Yeah, I only do mine about once a week, and it always takes me quite a long time to get into every nook and cranny. But if you do it regularly, it's less of a heartache. I don't think heartache's what I mean. Less of a hassle, anyway. True, Caffel, true. Yeah, the aircraft parking in the correct place is remarkable. Because I did when I did use live traffic, it used to there was sort of a way of making the iVal model matching work with it, but the aircraft parked all over the place, so it's totally random. wonder if there's any traffic at Denver. I wouldn't mind just having a look to see which runway's in use. No more Frontier planes again. That's the dream. That's the dream. You never thought it would become a reality. Okay, so yeah, there was an arrival from Seattle, Frontier. Let's see which runway they used. Oh, Simon, thank you! A gifted sub to Melon, that's very kind of you. Melon, welcome to Club Filbert Ruby. I really need to update that Club Filbert command. Let me do that now because I keep saying I'll do it. Keep saying I'll do it. It's still saying still got all the YouTube guff. I need a separate one for Twitch. Ribbon, welcome back. Plus, supposedly cargo planes will show up at regular gates. Oh. Yeah, Louisville's a good place to test that. So AIG Traffic Controller basically takes over all of the stuff from MSFS, right? let me sort that out. So they're actually landing on the northbound runways. 35 left was the last one. So we might have to adjust our arrival slightly if that's the case. Yeah, let me go to the Streamlabs cloud bot and sort this out. CF is international worldwide, it is. Good afternoon, Paul. Yeah, it is actually, yeah. We had a little bit of trouble with it climbing with the anti-ice on. It really struggled and there was a little bit of altitude loss here and there. But by and large, it's going well. How are you? AIGTC handles the traffic. Turn off the settings with MSFS. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. So it really doesn't rely on that at all. That's pretty good. In the US, often planes land on the runway that's closest to their gate. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Right. You once flew from Denver in MSFS and it had the worst runways ever. Levitation changes from about 20 meters. Yeah, they're quite rolly. They are quite rolly. I do seem to remember that. Right, I'm just quickly typing up a CF Twitch command. Won't be long. Be back with you. 3 tiers: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. More perks the higher you go. CV. About Me tab, is it called? What's it called? See below the stream for details, I guess. Right, let's see if this works. There you are, that'll do. So we've got exclamation mark Club Filbert on YouTube, exclamation mark CF Twitch on Twitch. Yeah, I did feel for those flamingos, Paul, I really did. I just pictured beaks stuck in the back of headrests. I'm glad they're alright though. They're alright. Following some therapy. Anonymous flamingo, That's alright, and it gets the main points of Club Filbert across, I think. With the full details down below the video. Right, what is the latest meta in Denver? Winds 1508. So why are they approaching from south to north? Let me just check if they all are. They are. Must just be the preferred runways, I guess. Alright then, we'll set up for a 3-5 left arrival then. They should. I think the trouble with flamingos, as I understand it, is that they're more focused on the sort of their health and well-being and the safety of their precious beaks than they are on admiring braking skills. They just don't appreciate it. What did I say? I've forgotten again. 3-5 left, that's what we're going for. Which kind of means a different star as well, I think. Glad I started looking at the arrivals early. So 3-5 left is very close to our gate. Oh my god, there's a boss waypoint. There's a boss waypoint. Right, so we're going to do the flat E3 arrival, I think, via Himon, right? Yeah, via Himon. Oh god, this is hard. Flat E3. Oh no, it's not an option. Okay, so we can still go via Tofu. Right, flat E3 via Tofu. Yeah, I've messed up my flight plan a little bit because I got flatty twice and Tofu twice. Delete that one. Oh no, we'll go via flatty. That is fine. That is fine. Did someone hear about Airbus A380 is flying? Yes. Different star for another runway in the US. It is impossible. You're right, and I thought that as I was saying it. But Navigraph wouldn't give me a route for some reason. I don't know why. So flat E3. ILS 35 left. Too many runways. And do we want to go via Boss? That is the next question. It would be quite cool to go via Boss. No, I think we probably want to go via Himon if possible. Or Dog. Yeah, Dog. Let's say Dog. If that's an option. That'll take us around to the east of the airport, which seems slightly more prototypical, I think. Not an option. Let's worry about that later. ILS 35 left, flat E3. And let's look at the approach chart. Yeah, we do want to go by Boss. I'm sure we want to go by Boss. Ooh, that somehow got rid of our route to Tofu, which is weird. We'll stick with the Tofu transition. Okay. Oh, it's difficult. See you, Icegen. Oh, easily 1,000. Easily 1,000 flamingos. Oh yeah, I look forward to seeing that, Trolls. Oh dear. It's messed up my routing now. We want to go to Tofu. There we are, that's better. Okay, so now we're gonna have a go at stepping through the flight plan, I think, and making sure it looks vaguely sensible. The thing is, the flat E3 arrival allows you to go through to the right or the left of the airport, to the east or the west of the airport. I want to go to the east, but I don't know how to make it do it. So Tofu, Nola, Hippie, Folsom, Bocco Flatty, that is correct. Then Eldo, then Tot, then Yes, but then that's where I think it goes wrong. Yeah, so it's going via back, but we want to go right via skewed. Oh no, 3-5 left, we do want to go to the west of the airport apparently, so that's fine. That's fine. But that means we don't want the boss transition. Maybe we do, maybe we do. I think we probably want Teller or Eldora. Right, let's try again. God, US airspace is hard. Right, ILS 35 left. Via Teller. Right, let's see what that looks like now. Got a bit of a discontinuity, so we'll just make sure we're going to Tofu. There we are. Okay. Right, we can do this, we can do this. 3-5 left, Jenny, 3-5 left. Tofu Nola. Yep, okay, so we know we're alright as far as Eldo. Then Tot, then back. Or Tot, then yes, then back, then Baba, then Himom, and then Vectors to Teller. Right, that's looking good, that's looking good. Then Teller, then we want Vale, then we want Krupp, and then it's our fixes on final. Yeah, that's all looking good. Everyone relax, I've sorted it out now. Ooh, and the clouds have cleared up, very nice. Thank you, Jenny, I think I've sorted it. Sync rate! Thank you, boss. Welcome, welcome, one and all of Sync Rate's viewers. Party of 19. Thank you ever so much. That's really nice of you. Scam rate. How was your stream? Looks like the right party. Me too, Jenny. Thank you very, very much. Robbie, hello, welcome, boss. How are you? Yeah, so for those of you who have just arrived, what we're doing is we are flying from Vancouver down to Denver as Air Canada or Jazz, Air Canada Jazz 712 in the CRJ 900. And so far, it's going all right. You've just missed me really, really struggling to sort the arrival out, but I think I've done it now. So yes, it's all good. It's all good. Where did you go in your stream? Yeah. What I was going to do was step it through, wasn't I? So let's do that. Let's do that. Make sure it looks all right. So we'll go to the Mfd Advanced Page. Tofu, Nola. That one, Hiri, Folsom. Something, blah, blah, blah. We're looking at the line, really. Is the line right or is the line wrong? And why is the sim phrase? And all that sort of thing. Those are the questions we're asking ourselves. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Absolutely perfect. What a legend. Well done, me. Dear. I'm hoping you can't hear the immersion killing washing machine in the background. I don't think you can. Don't think you can. Yeah, a bit of country. It's sort of Appalachian folk, this album, but pretty close. It's true. It's true. It's true. Pride comes before a fall, Jenny, as we know. Why are we in roll mode though? Why are we in roll mode? It'll be in nav, innit? Okay, so what have we got in the way of altitude constraints on this arrival? That's the next question. A lot of between. So we want to be at 11,000 feet at Himom and at 210 knots. That's the main one. So while we're here, we may as well sort out our landing elevation, all the rest of it, get fully set up for the arrival. And this runway is going to get us very close to our gate, which is good. Calling the FMS legend. Time for an afternoon coffee. Good shout, Tulls. Good shout. Yeah, right, landing elevation. Landing elevation is 5,431 feet. My god, that's going to take a while to dial in. So you won't be able to see this on stream, but I'm alt-right clicking the window on the right here, this MFD. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to have a look at the landing elevation as I spend half a year winding it up. Try using the shift key, but I don't think it works on this knob. I haven't tried FS Realistic, I don't know. Siesta time just started, although you've been doing a siesta since you woke up. You've been siestaing while controlling Copenhagen approach. I don't know whether to be horrified or impressed, Holes, to be honest with you. Right, this is very entertaining, I'm sure, watching me slowly scroll this knob. We're now on 4,000 feet, so we've only got 1,400 to go. I mean, to be honest, Wells, just if you could... Baby steps. I think the first stage is to stop planes crashing into each other, to be honest with you. Once you've mastered that, then you can start worrying about call signs and such like. Really, Robbie? Oh, that is a hinty email. That's really exciting. Yeah, I think you may have missed what happened yesterday as we were taxiing out. There was a little bit of a scrape. I was crossing the runway that I was cleared to cross. Someone else was on the runway taxiing along, and yeah, it was quite embarrassing for all of us, really. Partly my fault, because I should have looked right before crossing, probably, but I didn't. Yeah, it's true. Still better than setting the MDA on a Q400. Oh yeah, that does take forever as well. Well, really, you've got to look at the state of the planes afterwards, Jenny, when you're deciding whether it's a little bit of a scrape or a massive pile-up. And they both looked fine, and they both flew fine, so... Yeah, I would call that a scrape. That would be a cruel trick, Robbie, wouldn't it? We've got an exciting chase plane announcement. It's that we're not going to make chase plane for MSFS. Right, we should set our minimums as well, which is going to be another long scroll. Barometric Cat 1 5634. It's true. It is true. It's true. I didn't honestly blame you. I mean, obviously, I had to blame anyone other than myself at the time, but I did think should probably have had a little look before crossing. $5640 MDA set. We'll get the ILS frequency set in the standby 108.5. I think that's pretty much set. Last thing, get the landing speed. So we got a VREF of 141 knots. So we'll set all of those, and the winds are 1508. No gusts. So 141 it is for Avi approach as well. Exactly. It's it's impossible to do approach tower and ground all in one position and not have planes crash into each other. I mean, what could you have done differently? Nothing. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, Jenny. Mark's in the air from Edinburgh. He's currently over Preston. Nice! That's exciting. Jason presumably is on his way to pick you up from the airport. I'm pretty pumped about this weekend. It's going to be good. There is, Trolls, there is. Luckily you're only going to train for ACC and not Tower IRL. What's ACC? I feel ignorant asking. But yeah, I don't know. What is ACC? Oh, area? Area control? Centre. Thank you. Yeah, right, so this afternoon, Scott, I am going to try and do a little bit of preparation for Greenwich as well, because I used to know some stuff about Greenwich, but then I forgot most of it. So I started making some notes at work and then I got busy. But yeah, I don't think it won't be a proper tour like yours is, but hopefully we'll have some sort of knowledge to impart. True, Simon. Professional controllers at Gatwick, too many noob pilots. We should have a look outside, because look, it's pretty. Some hills and that, you know? And if we get a bit faster or a bit slow, so be it. Corsa Competizione. Could have been. American Hills, yeah. Yeah. Are we kind of at the edge of the American Hills? I don't know. There comes a point where it's nothing but flat fields. I don't know if this is here or if we've got a few more hills to go. Looks like we've got a few more hills to go. Yeah, exactly that, Charles. GMT, innit, yeah? That's where it comes from. That's my observatory knowledge for now. Yeah, first look on Twitch HK. There are people here who had not seen it before. Not claiming it's a first look for every single person. Just east of Denver, the hills then. Oh, okay, cool. Where's our top of descent? Just here. Okay. We'll try and follow it down. As best we can, anyway. There's no capper about it. No capper about it. First look on Twitch is exactly what we're doing. Where am I from in the UK? I'm in London. I'm in northeast London. That's where I'm from. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a northern accent, but yeah, other than that, it could be anywhere south of the Watford Gap, probably. London, bruv, yeah. You get me. First look for the legendary Superior live stream platform. Yeah, but look, there's 40 people watching this. Do you know how many people were watching at the peak of the first look on YouTube? Do you have any idea, Robbie? It's like 150, something like that. 150. I can't just abandon these people to come to Twitch. Bots, sod off. Right, screw you all. Screw you all. None of you deserve me. Not one of you deserves me. Yes, I do have a pretty standard English accent. Anyway, I do want you to know, I do appreciate all 40 of you non-bot viewers. It's very nice of you all to be here. I don't deserve you. You're right. Some of you I've done nothing to deserve. It's true. It's true, Ribbon. Your teacher taught you American spelling. I'm surprised. I know that. You want to speak English properly, trolls? You learn it from the country where it comes from, surely. Right. No, right, nothing. I was going to start descending, I don't know why. I just decided it was time. Try to stick to it. Motorway and number player. I quite agree, trolls. Jenny. You spell it with the I though, right, in America? Or do you spell it aluminum? I don't know. If you spell it with the I, there's no argument. If you've dropped the I, then maybe there is. Aluminum. I tell you something I did hear though, on the radio, on Radio 4, where I tend to trust most of what they say. They reckon that back in the day, in Shakespeare's time, people would have sounded a lot more like modern day Americans than modern day Brits. I found that very interesting. You spell it without the I as well, do you? I didn't know that. Okay, then I forgive your pronunciation. I don't forgive you just losing random letters from our beautiful language, but I forgive you the pronunciation. Motive, is it? A nummerplad. Fladder? Maybe? Yeah. Yes, but I threw you a bone with the whole Shakespeare sounding like an American thing, Jenny. You didn't take advantage of that. I like to tread a fine line between being very proud of British spelling and pronunciation and actually not caring at all. Pretty. Boss Harry, you're back. I said thank you to you earlier for gifting Zach another tier 3 subscription for a month. I don't think you heard, but it's really kind of you. Wojtek, welcome, boss. Thank you very much. Second month of Prime sub. Second month of sub film at Ruby. Much appreciated. Yeah, you might be right, Wells. You might be right. Yeah. One of the founding fathers just got a bit wasn't great at spelling, and that's how the entire of American English was formed. Taliostro, hello. Who's Rupert? It's true, Harry, but you know what? They're talking about us going back to pounds and ounces in this country because Brexit! Blue passports and units of measurement that make no sense whatsoever. Those are the two take-home successes of Brexit, apparently. I'm not using pounds and ounces. Yep. Yeah, apparently that's on the cards. I thought it was a joke when I first heard it, but it's apparently not. Stinky Longy, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. And no, oh yes, I'd forgotten about the empty shells. That's the other success. Time to leave the UK. Yeah. I honestly think if Scotland do leave the UK, and there's a chance of me moving up there and being back in the EU. I'd be very tempted to do that. Quite like Edinburgh other than the weather. Quite like Glasgow other than the weather. I could live there. Adlua, how's the new plane? Good so far. Good, good. It's got the same bugs that the 700 had, but they're not games. They're not showstoppers. It's pretty. It flies nicely, and I'm enjoying it. Ben's on holiday in Barcelona, Nampelan. And fuel, that's true. Although apparently that wasn't anything to do with Brexit, I sort of believe that. Yeah, it's a long list. Quite the triumph for the UK that was. Some nationalists in Austria that want you to go back to a currency you don't even know. Do they want you to leave the EU as well, or do they just want to go back to currency?
So I'm off back to work. Just popped in to cheer and resub.
Oh, Wojtek.
Salute, light skin tone.
Thank you. Thank you for popping in, and good luck with work. The big, I thought you meant Ben Flightzilla. What do you mean, where is Big Ben? It's in London. What EU countries have branches of KFC? You must weigh your options up. I'd imagine most. Can you fly a track just like the A320? You can, yeah, you can. Yeah. I am looking to marry anyone more or less with an EU passport, Trolls, so I know you're in a relationship and all that, but if there's anyone else you know who's looking to marry a Brit for no real benefit at all to them, then let me know. Central London. It's been 21 years since the shilling went out. That's a long time. Thanks, Charles. Appreciate it. Yeah, but it's not. I mean, part of the thing about Brexit, Rob, is that we can't just move to another country. We can't. It's too late. I mean, we could probably move there for a bit, get a visa if you found a job and all the rest of it. But the beauty of the EU is that you didn't need any of that. And now, when we really, really, really want it, it's been snatched away from us. Could I show that quickly? Couldn't find the track function. Oh, sorry, you mean a track as opposed to a heading? No, I don't know how to do that. I thought you were just talking about an LNAV path for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if it's got a track FPA mode. I don't think it has. So you were asking a much more advanced question than I thought you were. Come to Australia and drive a freight train at a mine or something, then buy a plane because train drivers at the mines are rich. Are they? Yeah. It's an option, Melon. But Australia's going to be too hot to live in soon, isn't it? I don't know if Australia's a long-term solution. You remember your parents showing you the new currency, the euro? Yeah, I remember when the euros came out. Your ex is Italian, maybe you ask him back. Yeah, yeah. If you split on good terms, Robbie, now's the time to build bridges, I think. Oh yes, I remember those packs. Yes. Yeah, I saw one. I think my French teacher brought one in actually. So need to get an NIE here in Spain within 3 months of moving here, and I can tell you that ain't easy. Oh really? What's an NIE? Only up north for people like me. You reckon the south will be alright for a bit, do you? Do you have mines down south? Part of the country that isn't going to be permanently on fire in 10 years' time? It's a numero something something foreigner. Ah, okay. only managed to get an appointment last night for Monday. Been trying for 2 months. Christ, that must have been worrying. How long are you out in Spain for? I think you said you were going back to Denmark at some point. But I can't remember when. Digging holes in the ground is a valuable pursuit, boss. And I do like the idea of driving trains to become rich AF. I do quite like that idea. Going home just before Christmas, right? Oh yeah, because then you're starting your training presumably or something. In the new year? Till you run out of things to dig, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that'd be just my luck. I'd go down there, fly down, get my very, very well-paying train driving job. And be like, nah mate, it's finished. Nothing left to dig. Start training around the 20th of January. That's so exciting. Right, as we're coming up to our top of descent, I'm just going to start winding our altitude down. And our next constraint after the hippie is flight level 190 or above. So I'll wind it down to 190 to start with. Have you dated an Italian then, Simon? Sound like you're speaking from experience. Came Kiwi suddenly. No. No, that was prime Australian. That was as good as my Australian accent ever gets, boss. Oh, fair dinkum, nice to see you. Afraid there's nothing more to dig up. Right. No, I'm gonna stop. Oh dear. Oh right, hence you being able to pick it up on your airband radio. 100% broke up with you over food. Oh right. What, over your cooking? If it's not too emotional for you still, I'd like to hear more. Right, let's go into VS mode and start coming down. Why have I got no star? Oh, there it is. Snowflake, I mean. That was quite the... Alright, well in that case I'll just use that as my Kiwi accent from now on and say no, I can't do an Australian one, sorry. Right, let's just have a quick look at our diet inset page. So, we want to be... Oh Christ, it's wanting quite the rate of descent. So our first constraint, which we have to be below 220 is flatty, so what do we need to get down to there? 4,400? Christ! How's that happened? Why did it put our top of descent so close? Nah, I don't believe it. Look, Snowflake's coming up. This'll do us for now. It's not as ATC on to tell us off. Ah, yeah, I'll have to watch it afterwards, Harry. More extreme. Anything except for a margarita was not acceptable. Oh, right, yeah. That's proper traditional. There was a branch of an Italian pizzeria that opened in London called... what's it called? Can't remember. But anyway, they only did margarita or marinara. Austrians make good food. Yeah. Don't know if I've never had knödel, I don't think. Do I live in AC 24/7? Solar panels pay for themselves, I bet they do. Not enough swearing for an Australian accent. Times 10 on the reverses, yeah, could be. It's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. I don't believe that 4900. I don't think. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see if we bust our constraint or not. No, I can't say I have, Robbie, either, actually. Yeah, this white snowflake's all over the place. It's got to be talking nonsense, isn't it? No one cares what altitude we're at Rocco. No one cares. Austrian food's just a lot of other countries. A bit like British food. Yeah. Oh, I could go a pastry now. You showed Harry the beauty of Vorarlberger Käsespätzle. Käsespätzle? So, maybe. One of the best Austrian dishes, not from here originally. You make them the best, especially in the West. Nice. What is it? I've got no concept of what that is at all. So Vorarlberg is where you are. Käsespätzle. Spätzle, I don't know. Cheese something or other? Sending in Naples, Lopa. Nice! Oh, very nice. Very nice. Enjoy your landing. Schnitzels are amazing. Yeah, that's true. Käsespätzle. Is Käse like a dialect version of Käse? Christ, my German's bad enough without all this variation. No, we're too high, bosses. We're too high. Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can't even Google it because I'm too busy failing to manage my descent properly. I don't understand why we have to be down so far when we're still like 80 miles before we even make a turn onto final. What is it with these American stars? Why can't they just leave me alone to do what the hell I want? Now it's saying that we're below our descent path, yet we're already too high for the restriction. Doesn't make any sense, this plane. Good morning, Neil. How are you? Hot Spätzle and grated cheese. But I don't know what Spätzle is. I know the Käse bit. Alright, let me click on this link quickly, seeing as the descent's fine now, probably. Down to 19,000. Cookies akzeptieren. Spätzle fans can't get enough of these delicious Vorarlberger Käsespätzle. Everyone likes to access this recipe. Oh, I think I saw this cooked on the telly, actually. So are Spätzle kind of like little thin dumplings? Is that what I'm seeing here? Oh, type of small noodle or dumpling. Thank you. Right, we can continue our descent down now. You may have noticed I've slowed down a little. This is entirely appropriate because I need to get a hold on what's going on. Okay, so now we can have a nice slow descent, apparently. And for the next constraint, what do we have? Don't know. Too much guff on the screen. Let me zoom in a little bit. 15,000 or above. I've scrolled that down rather too far. Yeah, there's 15,000. And we're about to go through the transition level, so we'll set standard pressure. Not standard pressure, local pressure. Which it thinks is 299.2. Yeah, I'm very well, Neil, thank you. See, I've made my way over to both Twitch and North America. Yeah. Is this the first time you see me on Twitch? I'm doing half my streams here now. Giving it a go, seeing how it goes. Oh, the Sauerbraten, Reibekuchen and Himmel. What's id? Jacob, good afternoon, how are you? Yeah, I'm really hungry just looking at the photo on that recipe. I want it. Twitch is more home base for you, so that's exciting. Oh good, I'm pleased. Yeah, a lot of people prefer Twitch on Twitch, a lot of people prefer YouTube on YouTube, so I can't win. Okay. So I want to be at or below 17,000, which we'll do. 3002, there we are, we have a local pressure at last. Next constraint, 13,000 or above, so we'll wind that altitude down. Yeah, we're doing alright now with this descending lark, it's fine. Twitch does have, it has traditionally had a smaller delay, it might still do, but YouTube now has a reduced latency feature, which makes it only a couple of seconds. I haven't compared them at the same time, but I think I wouldn't mind betting that they're about the same now. Yeah, YouTube used to be a lot worse. It used to be like 5-10 seconds of delay. No, boss, no. We had this discussion in the YouTube chat the other day, and a lot of people were moaning about Twitch and saying they didn't like it. Can't remember why. Point is, I have to spread myself out, because otherwise, you know, people wouldn't be able to see me, and that's the worst possible thing that any of us can imagine, I'm sure. This is a San Miguel class that my former flatmate brought back from some kind of San Miguel marketing event she went to. I feel when I put water in it, does feel quite civilized. Either read between the lines, lads, or go and check my previous YouTube streams out. Either or. This can be confirmed. Also, have you seen all the new features that are coming to YouTube in 2022? It's basically going to be like Twitch. There's going to be gifted memberships, all kinds of stuff coming. And a lot of people have said to me, a lot of people, again, can't name names, a lot of people have said to me that YouTube in the future will be by far the biggest streaming platform. So therefore I think I would be mad to abandon it and just stream on Twitch. Himmel and Ed, mashed potatoes with fried black pudding and apple. Ooh, that sounds nice. That sounds very nice. Ah, thank you, Neil. There we are. See, Neil knows. Neil knows it's in. Ban them. You don't need these kind of people in your life. I do, though. I really do, Robbie. I need 11,000 of them. I didn't know about that, Ribbon. I didn't know about that. Right, down to 11,000 now, and 210 knots as well they want us at. God knows why, because we've got miles to go, but anyway, fine, whatevs. Oh Christ, where's the plane going? Where's it going? I definitely did nothing to disengage nav mode. It just wants to fly to the airport. No, this is stupid, isn't it? San Miguel is great, I agree. Once YouTube streaming has all the same features, streaming will leave Twitch in droves because of the discoverability. I think that's probably true. It'll be there, but you as viewers won't see the number of dislikes. Oh, right, okay. I wonder what the thinking is behind that. Well, just getting more views on more videos, I guess. Oh, did I have a vector waypoint? Missed that. Missed that. I got another vector waypoint after Teller. Or is that the one you meant? Right, let's slow ourselves down now to 210 knots. Okay, it's all going to be fine, everyone. We might even get a little view of the airport, seeing as the plane has decided to fly us directly overhead. There it is. So we're coming round and back on ourselves. We'll be landing, I think on one of these I think this runway. I think that's 3-4 left here. The creator will see it, right? You think it's if we spend more time watching substandard content, more time there means more ads, more revenue? Yeah, probably. Probably. YouTube removing dislikes censors dissent from corporate propaganda and brand agendas. Gosh, I hadn't thought about that. It's true. See, this is weird as well. It says we're above our descent path, but we're at 11,000 and the constraint is 11,000, so... I don't get it. Right, so now we're at the end of our star, and yeah, this is where we would get vectors, but what we're going to do instead is go direct to the Teller waypoint, then round and back on ourselves. We want to stay at 11,000 for now. Clickbait will skyrocket, yeah. Yeah, also true. Cynic point of view is to generate ad revenue and get more views on their corporate sponsors. I'm sure you're right. Sure you're right. But then, yeah, I don't know. Personally, I can't say I've ever particularly looked at the likes and dislikes when deciding whether to watch a video or not. But I guess some do. Let's just whiz through some checklists, shall we? Yep. Passenger signs are on, I think. Yes, they are. Don't need those spoilers out anymore. Forgot I had them out. Thrust reversers can be armed now. So just landing gear, flaps and slats to go. This is an awesome tune. Only inbound for quite a while. Good. Good. Air Canada CRJ like a second home. Oh, is it? You spent quite a lot of time flying on these, too. Oh, right. Mid IQ. Mind you, I have also heard that in terms of discoverability, having dislikes on your video is better than having nothing. So I'm not convinced that the videos it shows you have ever been sort of adversely affected by the dislikes, but I suppose you have at least been able to weed them out yourself. Also helps making your video more visible. Oh right, okay. I'll give it a go. Winnipeg to Chicago regularly, right, nice. Do you live in Winnipeg, Neil? Yeah, exactly. A bit like on Facebook, the angry reaction having the most influence on how many times it gets shown. I don't want to be... Oh, it's my eyesight. It's so hard to read that altitude display on this plane. Ah, right. Nice. I've been to Winnipeg. We may have had this conversation before. I have a bit of a poor memory. But, yeah, I travelled across Canada from Toronto to Vancouver by train, and Winnipeg was one of my stops. So Glideslope Intercept at this airport is 7,000 feet at Daimon. Be bad for this like tutorial videos and the like if bad ones don't have the usual amount of dislikes. Yeah, I guess so. Let's see how it does this rather difficult turn. Seems to be... Yeah, starting early. Like what it's done there. Mandatory 210 knots, mandatory 11,000 feet. And we stay at 11,000 all the way to Krupp. How's the snow in MSFS? It looks pretty good on the ground from a height. At airports it's variable. It's often a bit patchy and doesn't look all that natural. Because the way they decide on where it settles, believe it or not, is down to how dark the ground textures are. So darker ground textures will have more snow on them than lighter ground textures, or vice versa, I can't remember which. But yeah, it's not great. See, now it's telling me we're above the descent path, even though it knows we're supposed to be at 11,000 or above. Madness! Still, it handled that turn nicely. Yeah, I don't know why they made that decision, but... yeah. Right, I'm going to stop the music now so I can concentrate a little bit better on the arrival. And I'm going to try really, really hard not to mess it up. Okay, so after this next waypoint we can come down to 10,000. I'll sync my heading. And I'll sync my heading after the turn as well. There we are. Wind that back to 10,000. We're allowed to get a little bit slower now as well, so I think we'll stay at 200 knots. There or thereabouts. Oh. I'll have a look after. Harry, thank you. I think there's not enough honesty from pilots, to be honest with you, Jenny. In fact, because otherwise I'll forget, I'm going to wind our Oh, VREF has changed to 139 because we got a bit lighter. So I'm going to wind my speed knob down to 139 now. And now we can continue down to 9,000 feet. Yeah, what was I saying? 139, wasn't it? Yeah. Look at that, I managed to hold a piece of information in my head for more than 5 seconds. Well proud of myself for that. And I think we'll engage approach mode. May as well. Because we should be able to capture the localizer imminently. Right, localizer's captured. Glide slope will be captured. We can continue down to 7,000 feet now. And we're going to extend the first stage of flaps. Yeah, good point, Neil. Good point. Right, we're on Locan glide slope. Going to get the gear down now. I think we're slow enough to extend the gear. The gear extension 220. Yeah, we'll get the gear down now. Give us a bit more drag. Flaps 8. Denver traffic, Jazz 712 is on an 8-mile final, runway 35 left. It's 180, flaps 20. Just look out the window then, trolls. Just look at the top bit of your screen. Is there an ILS mode for the PFD? You see, you've got Lock 1 and GS here. Flaps 25, I think.
Denver traffic, November 502 Lima Victor is leaving General Aviation taxi runway 17 right. Slowly, we check for the arrival of 35 left.
There's flaps 45. All good. And before landing checklist complete. And we got a little bit slow again, as I often do. Yeah, just pretend I'm flying visual. I will be soon, in fact. I'm gonna... Oh no, track IR's got no battery. This is a legitimate nightmare. Oh, right, there we are. It doesn't look quite as cool with the wire plugged in, I know, but... Yeah, speed management on final is really what I need to work on, rather than faffing with my track IR. Right, let's disconnect the autopilot. I fly it down. I'll do my best, Caffel, I'll do my best. I find it very hard to trim this plane. Crazy elevation issues here, eh? I just updated this scenery before starting, so I don't know if I've messed something up. I think I probably have.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oomph. Not quite as smooth as yesterday's, I feel. But anyway, welcome to Denver. Yeah, I honestly don't know what's happened to the elevation here. Hello, Tom. It wasn't that bad. Come off it. Come off it. Honest to God. Denver traffic, Jazz 712, runway 35 left vacated. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, this is quite something. Oh dear. Oh well, whatevs. Landing lights we didn't put on. Recognition and taxi lights can come off. It's light, you see, it's light. Strobe can come off. We'll start the APU. Good night, Harry. Nice to see you, as always. Thank you for your use of the oof emoji. But it has been fixed. I've flown here before and not had this. Right, everyone hold on to your stomachs. This is going to be... Oh my goodness me, I don't know if we're going to make this. Oh! Yeah! Oh, no! No, we'll have another go. Oh dear, right. Okay. This is almost worth it. Right, here we go. Max power. There we are. Now, let me just remind myself of where I want to taxi. I think it must be something to do with having the default airport as well installed. Maybe I uninstalled that last time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I also need to remember which stand I wanted to park at. Alpha 43. Jazz 712 is taxiing to stand Alpha 43 via Kilo and Alpha November. You definitely don't have to pee anymore. That was pretty good. I mean, that was some stunt taxiing. I've never done stunt taxiing before, so for a first attempt, I'm happy with that. Oh, it's such a shame about the... Well, in a way it's a shame about the elevation. In another way, I got to do some stunt taxiing. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah, the wire and the Velcro are not a good combination, I feel. So this is what Twitch stream is all about. Yeah, this is what everyone feared about my move to Twitch, I think, in a nutshell. Should we start the APU? Yeah. Just when the passengers are applauding a landing, off-road we go, yeah. Ooh, there's a plane over there. I'm alright, Tom, thank you. How are you? Yeah, second day flying the CRJ 900. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. You don't think you have any nerves left in your spine to control it? Dearie me. Ah, yeah, I should look up a little bit. Hadn't thought of that, Ribbon. Oh, don't worry, Tom. Everyone needs a little break from Twitch from time to time. I think it's healthy. After today, I've got no further streams planned. I'm probably going to do one next week sometime.
November 502 Lima Victor, takeoff 17 right from Mike.
See you later, Twells. It's been a pleasure having you along, as always. And yeah, enjoy your shopping. No breaks from Twitch. You don't know what it's like, Robbie. You don't know the trials and tribulations of Twitch streaming. Right, so we're going to make a left in here. And then the stand we want is just before that central gubbins. Alright, Jenny, thanks for coming along as always, and yeah, enjoy work. Twitch is the definition of pain. Yeah, unless you've ever been at all ill or injured. Why don't they mark stand numbers? This must be again a scenery conflict issue, I think. I don't know even if I'm looking at the Fly Tampa one or the default at the moment. The ground looks kind of default. The buildings look quite good for a default, but I don't know. We'll bung it in, not this one, but the next one, I think. The one after, in fact. Simon, see you soon. Yeah, so you enjoy the rest of your day as well. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The stream. See you soon. Yeah, we'll go in here. Buildings look like they've merged into each other. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm sure when I first installed Denver, I didn't have any of this rubbish. So I don't know what's happened. Or maybe I just don't remember uninstalling the default. It's a possibility. Yeah, probably right, Axel. Probably right. It was one of the default, actually. I think it was one of the default handcrafted airports, I think. Like in the base sim. But I was able to... I'm pretty sure I was able to install the flight beam one over the top of it before. Right, APU is available. So we can turn our engines off. This is why we don't fly in the US. Just had a mince pie for breakfast. Ooh, nice. That's the way to live. That is the way to live. Yeah. Sniper Class 1127, welcome. How are you? Unfortunately, we're just sort of coming to an end. We've just flown in from Vancouver to Denver. Yeah, there's definitely a conflict here because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jetways. I'll sort that out after the stream and make sure it's working for next time because I would quite like to fly out of Denver back perhaps to somewhere else in Canada at some point. I don't know. Yeah, the gates off to my left, there are numbers. Check them out, see if they're doubled up. Well, we've got Alpha 12, Alpha 13, Alpha 43, Alpha 41. So yeah, there's definitely both sceneries showing through here. Annoyingly, and the many jetways. Looks like on one of the sceneries they're just wrong though, doesn't it? Because you wouldn't have Alpha 10 and 11 in the same place as 47 and 45, obviously. I know, Robbie, I know. Got stuff to do. Unfortunately. We'll see if we can connect, attach one of these jetways to our plane. Yes, one of them's coming over. Marvellous.
Traffic at 5392, taxi
doors
17
open.
right via Kilo, Mike 10. Denver traffic.
Aircraft, passenger door open, guardrails will be down. And there we have it. An interesting arrival into Denver. Interesting flight, I think. And 2 for each side, then 1 for the back. Yeah. Yeah, we can probably get rid of the track IR now. Good. Should we have a look and see who's about to raid? Squirrel Simfest UK, Simex Aviation, Edward the Pilot, Airliners. Anyone have any preferences about who we should raid? Anyone? Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you both. And thank you, Robbie. You have a good weekend as well. Airliners Live are lovely. Alright. Oh yeah, that might be a nice change, mightn't it? Yeah, alright, let's go and raid Airliners Live. I don't imagine they'll perhaps notice, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll follow them and we'll raid them. But before I go, oh, they're not in chat. Oh, okay. Oh, raid them. I don't know who I should be raiding and who I shouldn't. I don't really know anyone who's currently streaming. So yeah, we'll raid Airliners Live. They are at Manchester Airport live. That would be nice. That would be nice for you to watch. And thank you very, very much indeed for the follow, Sniper Class 1127.
Denver traffic day 207 taxiing.
Yeah, and before we go, Moradin, Wojtek, thank you very much for the 100 bits and for the resub. Syncrate, thank you ever so much for the raid of 19. Boss, Brownie Gnome Linus, we're just finishing, son. But lovely to see you. Welcome to Linus and all of his followers. Is that what just happened? Was it a raid or did you just say raid? I don't know. I don't understand Twitch. I don't know what's going on. I didn't get a notification. I'm very, very confused. VG Maniac, welcome. So we are just finishing up, unfortunately. Oh, you didn't raid? Oh, okay. No, the raid's happening. You were excited about the raid that's happening here. I'm with you now. Hang on. I'm going to make this work in a second. I'm really, really not good at ending a stream on Twitch. With YouTube, I know what I'm doing. I say goodbye, I play my outro, jobbed. But anyway, raid Airliners Live. That should do it, shouldn't it? Yes, excellent. So, yeah, but before we do that, thank you very much, as I was saying, to all of the people, the raid here. Simon for gifting a Tier 1 sub to Melon Lord Shin Kicker 444. Thank you very much for that. And Jenny for the 500 bits. Harry for the resub at Tier 3 and for gifting the sub to Zach. Dingo for the resub at Tier 1. And to all of my new followers, everyone who's discovered me today, thank you very much. Don't forget to follow me, subscribe on YouTube as well. As most of you know by now, I do half my streaming on YouTube, half my streaming here. And with that, I will say goodbye. Next stream, I don't know, sometime next week, but do follow me on Discord. Follow me on Discord. Join my Discord server. I announce all of my streams there across both platforms. Thank you all for coming along for the ride. And I'll see you all again soon, I hope. Take care. Bye-bye.